Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Jordan Sharp. And today we're going to be looking at how the odds have been acting up for the game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. How you doing today, my man?
I'm doing good, Dax. Thanks, man.
No problem. All right, so this Monday night game promises to be a good one, and Vegas feels that it's going to be a close one, too. They opened up the line with the Colts being a 2.5-point favorite at -135 with a substantial 52.5-point total. Now, as of today, PinnacleSports.com has upped the spread to -3, -113 with an even higher total of 54. And it even seems that every other book is pretty much following that same trend. I think we'll see probably a little bit more line movement once we're close to the game time. And I actually think that the line could go back to -2.5. But what do you think here?
You know, that's a good point. But I think that if we're going to see any line movement, I think we're going to see it go up to 3.5 instead of go back down to 2.5. There's a lot of money coming in on the Colts, and I think that trend's probably going to continue. But either way, these are two teams that could very well put on a very good game, very close game in this one. They both have similar strengths and similar weaknesses, which always makes for a pretty good game and a pretty close game. But it seems like that everybody's been ditching the spread on this game, which I would actually also recommend, and going with the total here. I think it's getting to the point where the value may have been bet out of the over because it's been going up so much, and it could be a game that you could potentially grab some undervalue on as well. But obviously these two defenses don't lend themselves to very many unders, so it's probably just a game where I'm going to lay off entirely. It's not. I think both of these teams are even enough to where there's not a whole lot of value, even if the line moves up or down a half point between now and Sunday.
Yeah, I definitely think this is going to be a shootout game. I mean, Andrew Luck has got 3 great wide receivers, and Nick Foles, he's got pretty decent game going on too with LaShawn McCoy and all. But you know, I have to agree. Well, I have to agree with my initial statement that it's going to close at -2.5. I think that a lot of people are going to start betting on the Eagles, and it's going to start moving that line again to -2.5, just because of that. Because the Eagles do have a good team. You know, at least that's my point of view. I don't know. I might be wrong here. Correct me if I am.
Let me ask you this: what makes you so certain that Nick Foles? I'm going to switch this questioning thing around on you real quick. What makes you think that Nick Foles is going to be so good enough to cover this spread on the road in Indianapolis, especially on a nationally televised game?
Well, look what he did with the Jaguars. I mean, they were down by what, like 24 points, and he got the game to turn it around. I mean, that's not easy for any other quarterback to do. Now, I'm not saying that Foles is the best quarterback out there, but he does have the potential to do it. Now, like I say, I mean, I'm just putting out my 2 cents here. Now, you might be right in this case, and the line might close out at -3. But I still have that hunch that, you know, 2.5 would be a decent number for it to close out.
No, you're right. I mean, I think you could see it. It may possibly even, like we said, we could meet in the middle here and just say it might just settle right at 3 points, which is where I think you said 5 Dimes and Pinnacle still have it right now. So it really depends, like you said, on who is really willing to take that late dive and take points with Philadelphia here on the road on Monday night. I just can't. I'm just not as high on Philadelphia, I think, as a lot of people are this season, especially that defense. I just don't think that they have the ability to stop Andrew Luck and the Colts and that really dynamic offense when it comes down to it in crunch time on the road in this one. So it's probably one of those games where I'm just going to lay off the spread and possibly just focus my attention on the total, where I think you're going to get some pretty good value either way.
Yeah, as long as you don't take it at 54, everything is good with that one, right?
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, I think 54 now, 54.5, you have to start thinking about the under in this game too, because that is a lot of points even for these two teams.
No doubt, my man. All right, thank you very much, Jordan, and we'll talk some more football soon, my man.
All right, thanks, Dax.
No problem. And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.